Sajid was talking about mosquitoes. The situation is super bad. I'm
Okay,
literally wearing socks to help
we
protect my
have
feet from those bites.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
we are
It's
starting
crazy.
the class. So you can see the screen, right, Tanvir?
Yes, I can. I can. Um,
Right.
yeah, my laptop is totally stuck, so I'll just like rely on the mobile screen, which is fine. Then Nasir, would you probably need to have your have a lookout on the, what do you call that, waiting area if people are trying to join.
Okay, I presented the screen, so I don't think I'll be able to do that, but I will get a
আচ্ছা
notification. Anyways,
তাহলে ওকে ওকে তাহলে তাহলে আমি কি চোখ রাখতে পারবো? Where do you access the people side, I think?
it's on the Google Meet interface, right hand side.
হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ I found it ঠিক আছে ঠিক আছে
Okay.
ওকে সবাই আচ্ছা ঠিক আছে ওকে I can start, I guess.
Yeah.
তো I think নাসিরকে একটু পরিচয় করে দিই। হুমায়রা আপু আছেন এখানে। আপু হচ্ছে যে she is a trial student just like Goshal bhai as well, so she registered for Speaking Hero batch 2. So I reached out to her and asked her if she would be willing to join on one of our classes
Great.
to see, you know, for her to see how one of her classes goes essentially. And then if she decides, makes up her mind, she can join as a student. So here how she is. So it is. So welcome to the class, Humayra Apu. And we'll start today's class without any delay. And is the session being recorded now?
Yeah,
Thank
yeah.
you, bye. Hello, Nasir. Alaikum. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well. So
Okay.
yeah,
Se- Session to record, no?
yeah, the session is being recorded. You can proceed, Tanvir.
ওকে সো আজকের ক্লাসটা হবে পারসুয়েশন নিয়ে ওকে পারসুয়েশনটা necessary কেন why did we keep this as one of our class agendas or as one of our classes? It's because in a lot of situations in life we find ourselves in moments where we need to convince somebody, right, to either get something, to sell an idea, to sell an object, or to convince them of something, or to persuade something, generally speaking, to persuade them on any one topic, and that one topic could be one of many topics, right? Could be in sales, could be a student asking their parent to let them go on a trip, right? To allow their spouse to do something, to share a moment together on one idea. And it's essentially like we want to get buy-in from people. Like we are very social beings and we want to get buy-in from people. So how do you get that buy-in? How do you persuade people into doing something or into believing something, into saying something? So that's the skill that we want to explore today in today's class, right? So to talk about the contents of today's class, we'll see what is persuasion really, like just to get a feel for it. Like we don't want to put a definition to it, like just to get a feel for it, like what is persuasion really. And then we want to look at what are the principles behind good persuasion skills. Like typically we look at different frameworks for the different skills and for different techniques to achieve something, but here in today's class we want to cut back on frameworks and just look at principles, because frameworks can be difficult to remember sometimes, I feel. So today's class we just want to remember the principles behind good persuasion skills. And we will, as you know, as uh, as any other regular class, we'll have an instructor demo where Nasir and I will try to demonstrate how do we persuade somebody, or how do we put our persuasion skills in use, in practice. And then we will invite everyone else to participate with us in mock conversations. Mock conversations for on different scenarios where we try to persuade each other, taking different roles on different topics to achieve different goals, essentially. And then we'll have a recap, and then we'll move to questions. Right. So next slide. What is persuasion really? So এটা একটা prompt আছে screen. Prompt হচ্ছে যদি বোঝা যাবে। Sometimes we can learn something really well if you ask questions, right? So think of the last time that you really wanted something from someone, a parent, a boss, a friend, and then you didn't get it. What went wrong? Right? I'll give some time for you to think. When was the last time you asked something from somebody and then you didn't get what you want? What went wrong? why couldn't you get it done? Why couldn't you get it? So the answer behind it essentially is underpinned by persuasion. You probably weren't very persuasive, and that's why probably you couldn't achieve what you wanted to achieve, or you couldn't get what you want from that specific person, essentially. So OEG, that school of that that group of feelings or that group of ideas that falls onto this thought prompt is what persuasion is really, right? So এটা আমরা মাঝে মাঝে অনেক অন্য নামও দিই, যেমন সেলস দিই, right? Negotiation দিই, right? But পুরা জিনিসটা কিন্তু it's the central theme is persuasion, right? So on the next slide we will see. So অনেকে persuasion ভাবে যে এটা manipulation বা আমি কি ফোর্স করতেছি, but not necessarily. Persuasion in its positive connotation of the word, it's not manipulation. It's it's essentially communication with a purpose, right? Like everyone does it every day. We persuade somebody along our, day-to-day life to get something, right? It could be our parent if we are living with our parents just to get, I don't know, I want to get some fresh air outside and I want to get out. Like it might be difficult for girls to get out, right? So girls probably need to get through a lot of this persuasion thing. Like I want to have to persuade my parents to get out of home. For guys, let's say, could be on a trip. Like I want to have to persuade my parents to get out of my, to go with the boys on a trip, right? For if you're a working professional, then you would need to persuade your boss into doing something or into hearing you out, right? Could be taking leave, or could be listening to your idea, could be accepting your proposal, right? So persuasion কিন্তু সবার ক্ষেত্রে সবার লাইফে এটা হয় কম বেশি. The question is whether we do it well or not, right? That's the question. So we want to learn in today's class how to do it well, right? So let's look at the principles behind how to be persuasive positively. So তিনটা প্রিন্সিপাল এখানে আছে. আমরা তিনটা প্রিন্সিপাল কিন্তু পারসুয়েট করতে গেলে বা যখন একটা মানুষ খুব ভালো পারসুয়েসিভ, যখন লোকটা অনেক পারসুয়েসিভ, যেমন হ্যাঁ বলে দিতে ইচ্ছা করে, তারা দেখবেন যে এই তিনটা প্রিন্সিপাল কাজে লাগে. প্রথমটা হচ্ছে যে দে আন্ডারস্ট্যান্ড বিফোর দে স্পিক, রাইট? দে আন্ডারস্ট্যান্ড রিয়েলি লাইক হোয়াট দে ওয়ান্ট টু অ্যাচিভ, কোন কথাটা বলতে হবে, কেমনে স্টার্ট করতে হবে, রাইট? একদম just understand, they just take their time to think and research really well and then they start talking. ওরা কিন্তু জোর জবস্তি করে না যারা পারসুয়েট করে, রাইট? পারসুয়েট যারা ভালো করে. প্রিন্সিপল 2, lead with the other person's benefit. The person you are trying to persuade, lead with their benefit. Like essentially what it means is like find out what their benefit is. তাদের বেনিফিটটা কি? আমার মা অনেক প্যারা দিচ্ছে আমাকে, আমাকে বাইরে যেতে দিবে না, ঠিক আছে, বুঝছি তো, তো এখন তো আমার পারসুয়েট করতে হবে. পারসুয়েট করতে গেলে আমার তার বেনিফিটটা কি? আমার বাইরে গেলে আমার বেনিফিটটা কি হবে? আমার মার বেনিফিটটা কি? আমার মার বেনিফিট হবে যদি বাইরে যে কিছু একটা ভালো হয় আমার লাইফে, আমি নতুন কিছু একটু শিখতেছি, নতুন কিছু একটা এক্সপ্লোর করতেছি, ওইটা আমার মাকে বুঝালাম, দেখো তোমার ছেলে বা তোমার মেয়ের ভালো কিছু একটা হবে. I'll learn something today. I'll make a friend today. I will get to know somebody well today, professionally. And this is why I have to go out. Because তোমার ছেলে or তোমার মেয়ের লাভ হবে বাসার বাইরে গেলে. And if you won't go to that event 2 hours long, I'll come back soon. Don't worry, safety and everything. পরের প্রিন্সিপালটা কি? তারা you lead with their want, their benefit, right? যে তাদের বেনিফিটটা কি এখানে? ওটা করার পর তারা কোয়েশ্চেন করবে যে না, তাও নেগেটিভস গুলো আসবে, রাইট? The no's are gonna come. The no's are what keeps us at bay from persuading something. ও তো না বলে দিবে আগে দিয়ে, তো আমি পারসুয়েট করার দরকার কি, করার দরকার কি, সেল করার দরকার কি? আরে ভাই আমি বাসায় বসে থাকি, আরে তো বলারই দরকার নাই, আম, আজকে যাওয়ারই দরকার নাই, কিন্তু না 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 বলবে খালি, আরে না তো বলবে, তার কাজের তো না বলা. এই জন্য পারসুয়েশন ইজ হার্ড, রাইট? থার্ড প্রিন্সিপালটা হচ্ছে যে কোয়েশ্চেন্স বিট আর্গুমেন্টস. আমরা আর্গুই না করে কোয়েশ্চেন করতে হবে, তাদের না যে করতেছে, that gives you an opportunity to go deep dive into their concerns. If they say no on a particular issue, that gives you the opportunity. You should be happy to know about this. That means you know where to push. আমার মা যদি বলে যে না তুমি বাইরে যেতে পারবে না, এখন রাতে অন্ধকার, তোমাকে কেউ যদি তোমার চিন্তাই হয়, ঠিক আছে, ওকে, আই হিয়ার ইউ. তোমার কনসার্ন হচ্ছে যে আমার সেফটি নিয়ে, ওয়েল, ইউল বি হ্যাপি টু নো আমার সাথে আমার একটা ভালো ফ্রেন্ড যাবে, যাকে তুমি চিনো, আমার সাথে নাসির যাবে. নাসিরকে তো তুমি চিনো, চিনো না তুমি? তখন সে তো লজিক্যালি, আমি যোগেশ কোয়েশ্চেনটা জিজ্ঞেস করছি, লজিক্যালি আমি এমপাথাইজ করে তাকে কোয়েশ্চেনটা করছি, তখন সে বলছে আমি চিনি। নাসির কি থাকবে? নাসির কি থাকবে? তাও একটু কনসার্ন, তাও একটু লেস কনসার্ন বিফোর। নাসির কি আসলে থাকবে? আচ্ছা ঠিক আছে, নাসির আমার নাম্বারটা নাই, নাম্বারটা দাও। অফকোর্স, ইয়া, ইউ ক্যান হ্যাভ হিজ নাম্বার, ইউ ক্যান কল হিম এনি টাইম that you feel concerned, or any time that you feel that you can reach me on my phone, if at all it happens. I'll definitely be available, but in the cases where I'm not available, you can call Nasir. এভাবে করে আমি ট্রাই টু ন্যাভিগেট মাই নোজ, রাইট? আমি কিন্তু এটা অ্যাকচুয়ালি করি। নাসিরের বাসায় যখন যাই, আমার মা কিন্তু বলে যে কই যাবা, কি করবো না করবো। I'm good at persuasion, right? So I try to find the nose. এরকম আরো অনেক সিচুয়েশন, আমি আরেকটা সিচুয়েশন দিই যে বসের বেলায়, বসরা আমি এখন ছুটি যাবো কেমনে, যে বস ছুটি দেন, বস বলবে যে না ছুটি নিতে পারবো না, মানে অনেক ইম্পর্টেন্ট কাজ আছে তোমার সামনে, হচ্ছে যে আমার কি বলে একটা একটা সামনে, কি আমার আমার প্রফিট হচ্ছে না, এখন তুমি ছুটি নিলে তো কেমনে প্রফিট আসবে। আমরা কিন্তু এই পজিশনে ছিলাম, আমার যখন আগে একটু বড় কোম্পানি ছিল, তখন এই সিচুয়েশন গুলো অনেক আসতো, দে উড পারসুয়েড মি। তো আমাকে একটা ছেলে বলতো যে ভাই আমি কভার দিয়ে দিব, আমি এই যে আপনার যে যে টাইমটা লস্ট হবে, এই টাইমটা কিন্তু আমি আগে দিয়ে আমি হচ্ছে যে এক্সট্রা কাজ করব, বা এক্সট্রা আমি আপনার সাথে 2টা মিটিং করব, ওখানে আমি আপনাকে বুঝাই দিব, যে টাইমটা লস্ট হবে ওই টাইমটা আমি কভার দিয়ে দিব। তারা কিন্তু জানে, যারা পার্সুয়েট করে ভালো, এরা কিন্তু প্রমোশন তাড়াতাড়ি পেয়ে যায়। কেন? ইটস বিকজ দ্য বস নোজ যে এরা যদি আমাকে এত ভালো পার্সুয়েট করতে পারে, ওরা ক্লায়েন্টও তাহলে ওরকম লেভেলে পার্সুয়েট করতেছে। You see how persuasion is so important? It's crazy how important it is. এই যে সাজিদ বসে আছে, সাজিদ কিন্তু একটা lecturer, and he's a young lecturer of his young generation, and he probably uses a lot of new tactics to help convince his students to pay attention to his class, right? So he definitely has a lot of these situations where he has to persuade his students into paying good attention to it, into learning the topics that he has to present, right? So I think we would have to have a lot of lessons to share as well today in this class. তো এরকম সবার রোলে, হুমায়রা আপু, ইফ আই মে আস্ক, আপনি এখন কি করছেন?
At the moment, student.
স্টুডেন্ট?
A
কোথায়,
levels করছি।
কোথায় পড়ছেন?
A levels করছি।
এলেভেল করছেন? আচ্ছা, যে কোথায়, প্রাইভেটলি নাকি কোনো ইউনিভার্সিটি,
Private.
স্কুলে? প্রাইভেটলি, আচ্ছা, ওকে, গ্রেট। আপনি তো, ইউ আর রিলেটিং টু দিস টপিক সো ফার, লাইক ইউ নিড টু পারসুয়েট, আপনার মাকে তো নিশ্চয়ই পারসুয়েট করতে হয়, বা বাবাকে পারসুয়েট করতে হয় কিছু একটা, বাইরে যেতে গেলে, বা কোনো কোনো ফ্রেন্ডের সাথে কোথাও গেলে, বা কিছু একটা, রাইট? ইউ ডেফিনেটলি রিলেট টু দিস, right? So today we'll learn how to persuade very well in English, right? So আমি যদি পরের স্লাইডে যাই, আমরা we'll look at some examples, right? So understand before you speak. What this means is, most people prepare what they want to say. Great persuaders prepare what the other person is thinking before they're before the like before they're trying to speak, right? So they're thinking যে আরেকটা মানুষ কি চিন্তা করতেছে আমি কথা বলার আগে, ওটা আগে ভাবে, ওটা আগে রিসার্চ করে। Before any negotiation, ask yourself, what do they want? What are they afraid of? আমার মা কি ভয় পাবে যে আমি যদি বাইরে যেতে চাই, বা আমার বাপ হচ্ছে যে তার কনসার্নটা কি, যে আমাকে বিদেশ যেতে দিতে হবে, আমাকে টাকা দেওয়া হচ্ছে একটা, রাইট, কোনো একটা ফেভার দিতে হবে আমাকে। হোয়াট উড মেক দেম সে নো? কোন জিনিসটা না বলবে, না উত্তরটা আমার আগের থেকে মাথায় জানিয়ে রাখা লাগবে, এন্ড দেন ওইটা আমাকে কোয়েশ্চেন হিসাবে প্রেজেন্ট করা লাগবে। লেটস সে আমার বাপ বললো যে না আমি টাকা দিব না, এই ইউনিভার্সিটি তোমাকে পড়তে দিব না, বিকজ এটা আমার টাকা নাই, বাজেট নেই। বাট ইউ নো যে বাজেট আছে, হি জাস্ট বিং হার্ড অ্যাস, রাইট? এরকম হয়, অনেক বাসাতেই হয়, রাইট? তো এখন কি, ইউ উড প্রবলি থিঙ্ক যে না এই বিষয়টা না বলবে, এবার টাকা আছে তাও দিবে না, ঠিক আছে, ফাইন, গেম প্ল্যান সেট, তাহলে আমার এই নায়ের অ্যান্সার বাই করতে হবে। ইটস এ গুড ইউনিভার্সিটি ড্যাড, এই ইউনিভার্সিটি ঢুকলে ভালো অ্যালামনাই নেটওয়ার্কের অ্যাক্সেস পাবো, আমি ভালো টিচার্সদের অ্যাক্সেস পাবো, 4টা বছর এখানে পড়লে দেন আমার হচ্ছে যে ভালো একটা নেটওয়ার্ক হবে। ইটস নট জাস্ট অ্যাবাউট দ্য গ্রেডস দিস ডেজ, ইটস অ্যাবাউট হু ইউ নো, whom you know, and more importantly than your grades, it's whom you know in this, in your network, and what kind of relationships you're cultivating while you're doing your university. So I would very much want to go to that university, dad. Okay, then it would be very difficult for him to say no. Even if he says no, then you have set the base taken to সহজ হয়ে গেল, because he would listen to you. সেটা গেল, and then moving on to the next slide, principle 2টা কি, lead with their benefit, not yours. The final mistake, starting with what you want. I want to go on this trip with my friends, but এটার proper wayটা কি, this trip would teach me how to be more responsible and independent. রাইট? যেটা বলতেছিলাম যে বাইরে যেতে দিলে আমাকে আমি কিভাবে কি কোন নতুন জিনিসটা শিখবো আমি, না আমার বেনিফিটটা কি হবে, রাইট? আচ্ছা, দেন আই নিড ইউ টু অ্যাপ্রুভ দিস বাজেট, বসকে বললাম। But এটা বলার থেকে what would be more impactful is um, this investment could save the team 10 hours per week. So now you are assigning some numbers to the decision. যে এই বাজেটটা অ্যাপ্রুভ করলে কোন ইম্প্যাক্টটা হবে, you're assigning numbers to it, like you're making it very easy for the boss to visualize what the impact would be. So that's the এই প্রিন্সিপালটা কি তাহলে দেখ, আমি রপ্ত করতে যদি পারি, লিড উইথ দ্য বেনিফিট, নট ইয়োর বেনিফিট। তার বেনিফিটটা কি, যার থেকে পার্সুয়েট করতেছি, যাকে পার্সুয়েট করতেছি আমি, ওর বেনিফিটটা কি এখানে? আচ্ছা, ওকে, দেন পরের স্লাইডটা যদি যাই, কোয়েশ্চেন্স বিট আর্গুমেন্টস। আমি কি প্রথমটা কিছু কি আমার চিন্তা করতে হবে যে ও আম, মানে ওর মানুষটা কি, আমি কি চাচ্ছি এবং কোন জায়গাটা না বলতে পারে, এটা আগে চিন্তা করতে হবে। আন্ডারস্ট্যান্ডিং এন্ড থিঙ্কিং অ্যাবাউট দ্য পার্সন, আমি কি অ্যাচিভ করতে চাই, গোলটা কি, আমি চিন্তা করলাম, এন্ড দেন আই উইল স্টার্ট মাই টপিক, আই স্টার্ট মাই ক্লেম, আর স্টার্ট মাই ডিমান্ড। এন্ড দেন হচ্ছে যে কি, আমরা উইল স্টার্ট উইথ দ্য আদার পার্সন, যে মা বাবা বস স্ল্যাশ অনেক কিছু, যে যার থেকে পার্সুয়েট করতেছি, যে তাদের গোলটা কি অ্যাচিভ করবে, যে আমাকে ওই জিনিসটা দেয়। দেন অনেক না বলবে, they're gonna say a lot of no's. দেন আমার নোটাকে কিভাবে ন্যাভিগেট করবো, ন্যাভিগেট কেন করবো, কোয়েশ্চেন্স দিয়ে। কোয়েশ্চেন্স আর অ্যাজ অলওয়েজ, we covered in a lot of classes before, a very very powerful tool in communication. If you ask the right question, you can achieve a lot of things in persuasion as well. So এখানে এক্সাম্পল কিছু জিনিস আছে, যে arguments create resistance, questions create reflection. When I'm asking something, it makes the other person think about what's been asked. Instead of you should trust me, ask what should I need to show you to feel confident about this, to make you feel confident about this. Instead of this is a great proposal, ask what's your biggest concern about moving forward. Can I know what your concern is in moving forward with this proposal? Are you negative, are you more concerned about the risks that we might have with this proposal? Then can we talk about the risks? Would that make you feel more comfortable? Would that reassure you of the future? So এই কোয়েশ্চেনগুলো করে তখন আরেকটা মানুষ বুঝবে যে না, যে পার্সুয়েট করতেছে ও হচ্ছে যে রিস্ক গুলা ডেঞ্জার্স গুলা নিয়ে ও নিজেই অ্যাওয়্যার আছে, and ও নিজে কাজ করতে চায় জিনিসটা, তাহলে আমি আমি যেটা পার্সুয়েট করতেছে আমি দিয়ে দিই জিনিসটা, but they start to grow more positive, right? So এটা হচ্ছে যে প্রিন্সিপাল থ্রি। তো এখন হচ্ছে যে পরের স্লাইডে যদি যাই, আই থিঙ্ক, yeah, so now we're on to speaking challenge. আজকে পুরো ক্লাসটা যে স্পিকিং চ্যালেঞ্জটা, most of the class will be dedicated towards challenges. So speaking challenge to will play two opposing roles in different mock scenarios where persuasion is the theme. The goal of these conversations will be set by the instructor in each scenario, and the roles will be assigned to by the instructor. Each conversation will last for about 5 to 10 minutes, and then we'll switch roles, and then we'll invite other students to do the same topic, and then we'll just keep on running the same round. So we'll show a demo. Again, principles ভুলে গেলেও কোনো সমস্যা নাই, বিকজ ন্যাচুরালি যারা ভালো কমিউনিকেটর তারা হচ্ছে যে they will be able to persuade well. So এটা আমরা ডেমো করতে চাই নাসির আর আমি এখন। সো পরের স্লাইডে যদি যাই, ওকে, scenario A. A student wants to convince their parents to let them attend a weekend leadership bootcamp out of Dhaka, held by BYLC. I think BYLC সবাই চিনে। If you know, it's a leadership organization, যারা একটা এনজিও যারা লিডারশিপ শেখায় স্টুডেন্টসদেরকে। তো অনেক বিভিন্ন ইয়ে করে, লিডারশিপ সামিট করে, বুকিং করে, যাই হোক। সো রোল ওয়ান হবে যে একজন হবে প্যারেন্ট, প্লেড বাই ওয়ান ইনস্ট্রাক্টর, আর একজন হবে স্টুডেন্ট, ঠিক আছে? তো আমি নাসিরকে রিকোয়েস্ট করবো যে প্যারেন্ট হওয়ার জন্য। You will have to be a hard ass parent who was difficult to convince, and I'll try to take the harder role, and then we can switch roles আবার, যে we'll try to so I'll try to convince my parent, Nasir in this case, to let me go to Kumilla. Okay, let me go to Kumilla on a boot camp, leadership boot camp held by ULC. Okay, all right. So সামনে আমার তিনটা প্রিন্সিপাল গুলো দেওয়া আছে, so it's for the students to see what principles we are using for the purposes of this demo. Okay, so I'll start. Yeah, hi dad, can I talk to you for a sec?
Yeah, then we're sure. What's going
Okay,
on?
so I don't know how to break it to you, but we have a So some of my friends have let me know that there's a very interesting leadership bootcamp coming, and it's held by BYLC. And have you heard of BYLC, Dad?
No, I don't think so. What is it?
Okay, it's called Bangladesh Youth Leadership Center, and it's founded by somebody called Ijaz Ahmed. He's a Harvard grad, by the way. And this organization has been active for almost over a decade now, and they've produced a lot of leadership. They've produced a lot of young leaders over the years. And it had just happened so that there's going to be a summit. Um, Actually, just it's just 3 weeks away, and I was thinking about going there. I just asked. I'm just asking for your permission if you want, if you can let me go there with my friends. Some of my some of my other friends are applying as well.
But I think you have a lot more tasks in your hand. You're a student, you have so many classwork and then homework to finish up, right? Do you think this will add any value to you or this will be useful to you at all?
True, true. You're right, definitely, and there are definitely class tests and homework that I need to finish. But to give you a rundown of what's coming up in the next 3 weeks before I go, potentially if you do let me go, there are two tests coming up, and there's one quiz coming up, and then there's this one project. So 50% of which I've already done, and there is more work that I'm going to prepare ahead so that I don't miss on most of the work that I will be doing. That so that I don't miss most of the work. Uh, Even if I go to the leadership summit, the leadership bootcamp, I won't miss much, and I will be ahead actually. So I will be doing most of the job ahead of time. So does that put you at ease?
Well, what I think is next weekend there is an outing planned out for us already, where you are included along with your siblings. So that would kind of put the plan in jeopardy. So it's a no from my side. I
Okay.
think you should reconsider.
But okay, but our outing, I actually did factor this in. It's happening this weekend, and the leadership bootcamp is happening 3 weekends away. So I'm actually asking this to you 3 weeks ahead. So I know that you would be having some pushback, rightfully so. So I should just reassure you that I wouldn't be missing anything important if I do go there. Does that put you at ease?
Okay, I guess if you can make it work and make sure you return home safe, and of course, you return home with some value in exchange. All right.
Yes. If I am to spell out some of the things that I will learn over there, as you have already heard, that they produce a lot of leaders over there, and I'll get to find a lot of like-minded people over there, just like me, who wants to be something, who wants to learn good leadership skills, and wants to make some good and more good smart friends. And you always say that you're the average of the five people that you hang out with, and you, Dad, like I look up to you, and you always tell me this, and I think you'd be happy to hear, Jay. There will be a lot of like-minded people who are pursuing the same things as I am. So thank you, Dad. Since I think you're approving this, I thank you a lot, and I will be sending you the details. Obviously, I don't have any money on me, so obviously I'll need some money from you to pay for on this trip. So thank you so much. I hope you don't have any pushback on the amount. It might be a little hefty, but I think it's going to be good.
I mean, since it means so much to you, and with the way you have articulated the outcomes of this event, I really hope you enjoy it and bring the best out of yourself by attending this event. Good luck.
Really, really, you let me go.
Yeah, yeah, I
Also, I
will.
love you, Dad. Love you. Thanks so much.
Love you, my son. I love
Happy
you.
Happy Father's Day. Happy Father's Day. It's like 5 months away, but hey, it's Father's Day every day if I have a dad like this. So like you know what I'm saying? It's like you make the other person like your friend, whoever it is. Like you make it very natural. You um make it seem like it's gonna be very hard to say no to me, you know? So then that's the whole point. So এটা হচ্ছে যে instructor demo ছিল. So we'll try to do the same scenario. পরের স্লাইডে যদি যাই um, আমি ফিডব্যাক জিজ্ঞেস করবো সবার কাছ থেকে, but I think let's get into the mode,
Okay.
right?
Let
So
them attend these scenarios, right? So,
হ্যাঁ, the weekend boot camp, so এই যে আমরা দুইটা রোল করলাম, আমরা এখন দুজন দুজন করে পিক করবো, ওকে? সো সবার আগে আই থিঙ্ক এখানে কি ইয়ারা আমাদের পুরানরা কে জয়েন করছে এখানে? তাসফিয়া তো বের হয়ে গেল।
last week it took a very
হুম,
Bye.
ফাহাদ আর অমি আছে। আচ্ছা,
Let's
ঠিক আছে।
continue with the one.
I will invite Goshal Bhai and Sajid to participate in the next one. So,
Yeah, sure.
Goshal Bhai, how do you feel so far?
Goshal bhai, can you hear us?
I can hear you fine, by the way.
I think
Koshal, I
Hello.
think you unmute
হ্যাঁ
your line.
মাইক্রোফোন অফ ছিল, সরি।
Yeah, no worries.
Okay, okay.
okay. So আপনি কি বুঝতে পেরেছেন এখানে টাস্কটা কি, রোল প্লেটা
জি জি
কিভাবে হচ্ছে? ওকে,
জি ভাইয়া।
সো আপনাকে হচ্ছে আমরা তাহলে প্যারেন্টের রোলটা দিচ্ছি, ঠিক আছে? আর স্টুডেন্টের রোলটা আমরা অমিকে দিতে পারি বা ফাহাদকে দিতে পারি, রাইট?
ওকে।
প্রথমে এটা 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 ভাবতেছিলাম, সাজিদ যদি প্যারেন্ট হয় ও গোসাল ভাই যদি স্টুডেন্ট হয়, কিন্তু স্টুডেন্ট হচ্ছে এটা অবভিয়াসলি হার্ডার রোল বিকজ দে হ্যাভ টু কনভিন্স। সো আমরা ওই হার্ডার রোলটা সবাই করি এন্ড দেন উইল ট্রাই টু সুইচ ইট অ্যারাউন্ড অ্যাজ ওয়েল ইফ ইটস ডিফিকাল্ট ফর ইউ, সমস্যা নেই। ঠিক আছে,
Yeah,
সো সাজিদ হচ্ছে প্যারেন্ট, হি ইজ দি you know, he's the difficult parent, obviously you try to say no. And Goshal bhai, you try to convince your parent to let you go on that leadership boot camp by BYLC. Okay, so you can start.
Hey Dad, how are you?
hello, son. I'm a bit busy right now.
Uh, do you have a
Do you
moment
have
to talk?
anything important to say?
Yes. I want to go on a leadership boot camp this week held by BOLC.
Leadership boot camp. Where is it held?
It's held in Dhaka.
But who is BWLC?
BOLC is a organization that help uh, people to learn leadership more.
Hmm. So, well, you want to go this weekend, right?
Yes, Dad.
I don't think it's possible this weekend because we do have some plans, especially during Ramadan. Plus, don't you have a lot of schoolwork going on?
No, Dad. Actually, this week, because of Ramadan, some of my plans postponed to next week. So I think I have some time to go there.
Hmm. But why do you need this right now? Like, I'm not really understanding what's the benefit of all of this.
I think that you already know that I am doing some side hustle or like some marketing job. So I think it's really necessary for me. If I learn some leadership skill, so it will help me to understand and communicate with my clients much more easier, and it will
Yes.
help my already it will help my team to be better organized.
I understand that, but why do you have to go to this specific event? Like, isn't there a lot of online events that can go on? I think that would be much easier for you, right? Why do you need to go to this one then?
I think if I go to a physical event, I will learn a lot. I will communicate with the people more than the online event. In the online event, there is a one by one conversation with the student or the teacher. But if I go there, I think I will communicate with more people at a time, so that it will help me to under uplift my skill much more.
I see. So what you're saying is your live interaction with people would help you network better than the online person.
Yes.
I understand. I see the benefit of that. So is this a free event or is there any costing behind it?
There is some cost, but as I am doing my side hustle, I need a really small amount from you. But I will give you back next weekend.
I see. I see. Mm. Are you going alone? Because I feel like when does the event start? Does it start early and finish early as well?
No, that I think it will take a day. I will go with my friend.
Oh no, that seems like a red flag. So are you guys planning on staying the whole night there, or will it?
On Actually, the event is on the daytime, but I think you know during for my classes and my for my business side hustle, I don't have time to explore new places. So I think if I go there, I will explore Kumilla. I Kumilla 2 or 3 days more.
I see. Okay, so if you want to go and if it's that important to you, I think I can help you. But what you have to do is make sure you tell me what goes on, give me some notice, time, and also be safe there. I hope that's
Okay,
okay, right? So if you're
that's
willing
okay.
to go with these conditions, you have my blessing, my son.
Thanks, Ed. Okay.
Okay, I think that went pretty well. He was really articulate about what he wanted to say as well, like the benefits and also the Vishal bhai, are you like do you have side hustles that you or was that an imaginary?
জি ভাই, আমার একটা আসলে ফুল টাইম রানিং এ বিজনেস আছে, মার্কেটিং এজেন্সি।
So he's used his own persona behind the reasoning as well. That's great. But if you guys haven't have any feedbacks.
না, আমি সাজিদের জন্য খুব সুন্দর ফিডব্যাক আছে। আই থিঙ্ক হি ওয়াজ ডুইং ব্রিলিয়েন্টলি অ্যাজ আ কি বলা যায়, অ্যাজ আ সুডো শ্যাডো ইনস্ট্রাক্টর বিহাইন্ড দ্য সিনস আর কি। হি ওয়াজ
Thank you.
ট্রাইং টু গাইড উইথ দ্য কোয়েশ্চেনস। ইট ওয়াজ very well done actually. আর ঘোষাল ভাই was your responses were pretty tight, spot on. It would be hard to say no to you, to let you go on that trip. So good job.
Yes, you made your father proud. Thank you.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Awesome, great stuff. So we can move
Or
on
just
to
the
the
random ranchers, just keeping it lively.
awesome. So আমরা এখন পরের ইয়াতে যাই। এই টপিকটা আরেকটা থাকুক, পরে আমরা মুভ অন টু দ্য নেক্সট সিনারিও। আর পরের সিনারিওটা আরো আরো মজার।
মাইকটা আনমিউট আছে, হ্যাঁ। সো গ্রেট ওয়ার্ক বোথ অফ ইউ। আই থিঙ্ক সাজিদ ভাই প্যারেন্ট হিসাবে খুবই জোস করছেন, অনেক হার্ড কোয়েশ্চেন করছেন। গুড ওয়ান। নেক্সট সিনারিও হচ্ছে দ্য ট্রিপ। সো এইখানে হচ্ছে স্টুডেন্ট ওয়ান্টস আ উইকেন্ড ট্রিপ উইথ ফ্রেন্ডস, one plus the skeptical parent worried about safety, cost, and distraction from studies. Push back hard on the first attempt. Okay. So ট্রিপে যদি আমরা যেতে চাই, আমাদের প্যারেন্টসদের যে ইউজুয়াল একটা অবস্ট্রাকশন থাকে, ন্যাগিং থাকে, এটাই ওই সিনারিওটা। সো এখানে হচ্ছে একটা প্যারেন্ট আছে, একজন স্টুডেন্ট প্লে করবেন, আরেকটা স্টুডেন্টের সরি আরেকটা আমাদের এখানে স্টুডেন্ট will play the role of the student. So let's get started. Who do you want to choose, Tanvir, for this?
সো এখন হচ্ছে যে আই থিঙ্ক প্যারেন্ট হইতে পারে এখানে হচ্ছে যে আমি, আর হচ্ছে যে হুমায়রা আপু, you wanna go next?
ভাইয়া for today I'll be the audience. আমি দেখি আপনাদেরকে।
তাই? Are you sure?
হ্যাঁ আমি দেখি।
This
মানে
will
আমি
probably
just
help you go on the next trip as well if you want.
You can be the parent as well, by the way, and then
না
if
আমি
somebody
বলছি
else
যে আমি
wants
একটা
to.
অডিয়েন্স হিসেবে আর কি অবজার্ভ করি আপনাদেরকে। for today আপনারা করেন।
Okay, no pressure, তাহলে অমি, um, and then
Um,
আমি হচ্ছে parent,
okay,
and you can be the child essentially.
okay,
Okay,
okay. Let's start, right? Okay.
let's go.
Hello, Dad. How are you?
Hi Omi, doing well. What's up?
Okay. Yeah. I'm also fine. So I just want to ask your permission about going on a trip.
Okay, what trip?
Me with my friends want to visit in Cox's Bazar Sea Beach, and uh, so that's why I need your permission.
Okay, well, no, I guess because there's a storm coming up literally in the next 2 weeks. I'm hearing there's a forecast. So what makes you think it would be a good idea to go on this trip 2 weeks away?
Okay, so we just want to visit just in 2 days, and I just checked the weather forecast that there is not that much often problem in the weather. So I think nothing will be that will not be hard that much problem visiting there.
Okay, you don't sound very convincing. I mean, I can. If I go on the forecast, there's like a cloud swirling, literally right now, very far away probably. But okay, I'll try to be a little less difficult. Convince
Okay.
me otherwise. What makes you think going there would be beneficial to you? Don't you have like work coming up, like university coursework and whatnot?
Yes, I have university courses, but and I have two quizzes and also one assignment. But uh, to let you know that I have just completed my uh, most of my assignment, and I just need a few hours to complete it. And also, I am also a little bit prepared for my quiz, and I want to go to this trip with my friends because I think it will give me a real life ideas to visit somewhere, and it will help me to learn something new and uh, observe so much, observe the overall environment and the beauty of the sea beach. And I think so that's why I want to visit there.
But you can't swim, son. I don't want to lose you.
uh,
Like, what
uh,
if you get, what if you drown? I don't know, like,
okay.
what you're gonna be up to with your boys. I know
Yes.
I was there in your age, and I wouldn't be very, I wouldn't be very confident in what you do, when I'm not watching. So
Okay. Hmm. Yeah, yes, you're right that I can't swim, but I just want to say that I don't I will not go to the deeper side of the beach. I will just view the scenarios of the sea beach, and I will visit different places and different markets in front of the sea beach. So I think that will not be a problem.
do you know about the tides, the low tide and the high tides? Do you know your tides well?
Yeah, I have some ideas, but
Well, you
I
should
will
you should
not.
look it up before you go. You just always be in the water when it's high tide. So I think you should have started with that, my boy. It would have convinced me. But
Yes, yes, you are right. I will gather some ideas about it and visit
okay,
after that. And
okay. And how much is it gonna cost? Because are you gonna take money from me or
okay, I just have in my a little bit amount in my savings, so I think some help from you. It's not that much, so I hope you will help me about that.
okay, okay. I will, and always make sure your phone is open. All right, so that I can
Yeah,
reach you at all times. You're gonna
okay,
make sure your mom can reach you at all times as well because she keeps saying that she can't reach you.
okay, all right. I just I have I take a power bank with me, so I think that
Mm.
will not be a problem
Yes,
for
ma'am.
communicating. So I will be all time in online.
Okay, awesome. Convinced.
Good
Cool.
work.
Thank you so much.
So আমার জন্য feedback থাকবে, I think you need to use simpler sentence structures, okay? Because when
Okay,
you're persuading somebody, when you use complex sentence structures, what happens is your persuasion falls flat, sounds flat. It doesn't sound very convincing. So the simpler the sentence structures are, the more convincing it sounds, right? And break them
right.
down into simpler sentences. I think we made point
Uh,
I will
environment কে দেখা আর কি, তাই না?
আমার observation থাকবে এই থাকবে I think it was very clunky. That sentence was a little bit clunky. You should have used simpler structures, simpler words maybe. um you know um it's not an exercise where you need to use vocabulary a lot. You need to use convincing vocabulary, strong vocabulary, right? That's for sure.
Right,
But I think this is an exercise where fluency matters a lot more. Simpler grammatical structures matter a lot, and confidence matters a lot. If your tone sounds flat, যেমন তোমাদের সবার সিকিং চ্যালেঞ্জে আমি সেম ফিডব্যাকটা থাকে, টোন ফ্ল্যাট সবার টোন ফ্ল্যাট থাকে। টাস্কের কিন্তু একটা আপার ইয়া থাকে, পিচ থাকে, ইয়া থাকে, রাইট? সো টোনটা ফ্ল্যাট রাখা যাবে না এই পারসুয়েশনে। When you're trying to convince somebody, you need to be very upbeat and very enthusiastic. You need to believe in what you're selling. If you নিজেই বিলিভ করো না, তুমি ঝড় আসবে ডুবে যাবা, তুমি আমাকে বিশ্বাস করতে পারছো না আমার কথা, বুঝছো? তোমার যেতে দিব না আমি, বুঝলে?
right.
বা তোমার
Hmm.
এই আর কি,
Okay,
এটাই ফিডব্যাক আর কি।
Okay, ভাইয়া।
Yeah. So next up, Coach Nasir, if you wanna share some feedback with Tommy, if you had any.
I think ওই যে grammatical grounds একটু fine tuning করতে হবে. You gotta read more and you gotta watch more movies, TV series. That's the way I improved my English language skills. And also you gotta pick out your speaking partner, যার সাথে you can have conversations regularly. So that person needs to be someone who has good command over English. So if you want me to recommend you some movies, I would say you can start with The Beautiful Mind. It's a great movie by the actor's name is Russell. ঠিক আছে? I don't know if you watched the movie, but it is worth watching even if you have watched it the first time around. Then you can watch some British movies. I think TV series এর মধ্যে যদি বলি, there is a series called White Collar. So এটাও US based, but at
What
least
colors the bomb?
yeah,
It's the
it's
bomb.
so the idea is যে খুব ইন্টারেস্টিং ওয়েতে তোমার ইংলিশ শিখতে হবে, তাইলে মজার ছন্দে তুমি ইংলিশ শিখলে তুমি
মানে একটা কথা আছে না, এই যে idiomatic English use করতে হবে, like the way the native speak, right?
yeah.
What's going on, like like যে idiomatic phrases আছে না, translate করলে জিনিসটা আরেকটা শোনাবে, but idiomatic English বলো না যেটাকে আর কি, ওইটা তুমি শিখতে পারবে যে when you listen to natives more, you can learn how they speak. Like they don't speak
Okay.
in literals a lot. They use a lot
What
of metaphors, similes, and figures of speech, and idioms is correct. That's
so
what Nazi is trying to say, I think.
shortly এই
Hmm.
সিনারিওটা যদি আমি প্লে আউট করি as a student talking to a parent, so Tanvir, take the role of a parent and let me be the student this time, ঠিক আছে? So
Okay.
let's just give a demonstration. So hey dad, how is it going? How are you doing today?
It's going all right, doing well. A little bit of a pressure situation here, but I think I'm going to do fine.
Oh, then it gives me some pleasure because I have come up with some good news with you today, and it might just cheer up your mood. Are you ready
Okay.
for it?
Sure. Tell me about it.
Sure. So it turns out that some of my friends have decided to go out on a trip to one of the best places out there called the St. Martins. And this is somewhere I haven't been to yet, but I am promised that I will get a tons of new experience, new life experiences, and it will help me learn a lot of things in the process as well. So I wanted to share this to you first because I don't just see you as a father, but as a friend. And this would be an experience that I think you will be also happy about the fact that I am, going to St. Martin's and learning so many things. So what do you think about that?
Sounds great on paper, son. But here's the thing: I know at least two people by first name who has died in Saint Martin, and
Oh,
they drowned. And I don't want to lose you, son. So you have to convince me there, like that you'll be safe. And if you had said Cox's probably I would have been a little more lenient. But Saint Martin's waters are something of its own. The whirlpools are stronger there, and then the riptides are scarier, and then it just takes you away from the main body land, the beach. So I'm not really feeling reassured there.
so there are two things. First, you're lucky that you have a very smart son, not like the other dumb people. Number one. Number two, a man is built with the hardship of their lives. And if I am not confronted with those hardships, those moments where I am challenged, I will never be able to grow. So I want you, my father, who I look up as an idol and who I look up to when I face trouble, to give me encouragement in this moment so that I can go ahead and participate in this trip of mine. Of course, I will be surrounded by friends and my companions who will look after me, but I have also reached that maturity where I can take care of myself. I can assure you, I will be always in touch with you, my mother, as well as everyone that is needed. I will make sure that I am the one who actually gets in touch. I will definitely make sure everything is taken care of. Does that sound reassuring to you?
I mean, the way you put it sounds assuring. Who's going with you? Do you have some friends? Like, can you tell me the names of some friends who's
I
going
have
with you?
my
Do I know
best
them?
friend going with me. He is one of the most, I would say, handsome and muscular guys I know. So if the tidal waves actually take me away from the shore, he will be making sure that I am brought back in. And I have also other friends from my university who will be tagging along.
Does anybody know how to swim? You don't know how to swim. I know that for a fact.
Oh, come
You
on
know,
now. This is how I will probably learn. But no, I won't be going deep into the shores. I'll make sure I stay at the bank, just enjoy from afar. But yeah,
okay.
most of my friends can. That is why we're going there.
Okay. Okay. Great. Nasir, obviously, great job. Very, very well done. But that, yeah, so okay. So he's figured out where I might say no. He has already pre-addressed it before I even put up those concerns. And then even when I said no's, he navigated the no's really well. Screen নিচে লেখা আছে, right? You navigate their no's. I was trying to say a lot of no's. I'm pretty sure I'm যতই না বলতাম ততই আরো answer বের করতো, right? He would have finally his final goal is he wants to communicate with me communicate with me on a purpose. Essentially, the purpose is he wants to have a good time with his friends, and he would do it safely. So that was the point, right?
Yes.
So to
Another
enjoy food.
pointer that I want to give is while navigating difficult situations and situations where the other person is in the tendency to say no, always bring out your charm and smile and bring out a positive tone to your
That was all
conversation,
this one.
right? That works a lot of the times. Unless you're at the government office for some local agency and you want your driver's license, probably that's not going to work, but
Miles
you
don't work.
can. All right. So we
Right.
move on to the next scenario. Here, Tanvir, please roll it out and choose who
Right.
is going to take participation.
So the next scenario is the proposal. Student pitches an idea or budget request to you, their boss. You're interested but skeptical about cost, time, and risk. Ask the classic boss question. Why should I approve this over anything else on my list? Role one, boss is played by student. Role two, employee is played by instructor, and vice versa in the next round. Okay. So এখানে boss is the easier part because he's mostly going to be pushing back. So এখানে I think Nasir, you can be the boss, and I think Fahad can be the employee for this
Okay.
one.
It is an idea or a budget request to the boss. You're interested, but speak to the boss. Okay, sure. So Fahad is going to be the employee, right?
Yeah, just
All right.
আরেকটা caveat দিয়ে আরেকটা সিনারিও আছে ওইটাও সিমিলার ইন দ্য এটা হচ্ছে ওর পরেরটা হচ্ছে মজার সো এটা আমরা একটা করি পরে আমরা আরেকটা সিনারিও পরে করলাম একটা
Sure. So go ahead, Fahad.
Actually, bhai, I have a question. What's the budget is he asking for? মানে as a employee, আমি বসের কাছে কোন বাজেটটা নিয়ে চাইতেছি
It
মানে
can be
কিছুর জন্য?
budget for any kind of project. It could be a marketing project. It could be a branding project, or let's say একটা product launch করবা ওইটার জন্য R&D করতে হবে ওইটার একটা budget, right? It could be anything. You can come up with it.
Okay. So let's start. Hello, boss. How are you doing? Are you busy right now?
Yeah, apparently, as you can see, I am smashing the laptop keyboards. What brings you here?
Actually, I had some questions in my mind. Can I ask you right now? Is it a
Yes,
good time?
go ahead, go ahead. Make it short.
Yeah. So, what do you think about like the what do you think about the necessity of branding for a company? Do you think it's good for a company in the long term or bad for a company? What do you think about it?
Of course, that is the life and blood of a company because it brings in new perception to customers and per customers buy your product. But why do you ask this question?
Yeah, so recently I have conducted a survey on our customers about what do they think about our branding, and there are some negative feedbacks about our branding and packaging. So I wanted to share the feedbacks to you. So that's why I'm here I'm here asking about the questions on branding. So
Okay. So tell me, what are the concerns that you hear in the streets? What is wrong with our product?
some of the customers are saying that the branding looks really dull, and some of the packaging are being broken, and these kind of things are happening quite frequently. So uh, there are some complaints about our branding and packaging. So I wanted to convey that message to you. So yeah, so what do you think about it? Should we
Well,
change or something, implement something on
what
this
I
branding
think,
and packaging thing?
what do you want to do about this? Because I have heard these problems before. Nobody has come up with a solution. So tell me, what is your solution to
Yeah,
solve this?
so that's why I'm here asking questions about branding. So I have a plan on, like, I have a quotation for you. We want to I and my team want to work on the branding and packaging for future. And so that's why I have a quotation and a budget for you. So that we can work on the branding in the future. So and that's why I am here.
Okay, let me see that budget.
Yeah, so here's it.
I understand you have a big Excel sheet ahead of me, but tell me what makes you qualified to lead this project. This seems like a big budget and a big ask. If I invest in this, I have to make sure I'm investing in the right people. So tell me what makes you qualified for this.
Yeah, so you have selected me as a like marketing lead as a boss. So you know that my capabilities are well enough to lead this project. So I have been working as a branding and designing expert for 4 years, 4 to 5 years, and you have selected me for this role. So and I have a good team uh, for this packaging and marketing for implementing this idea. So I think that's a well enough reason to trust me on this.
Well, you reiterated the reasons why I chose you, but I'll tell you something. I see some big costs here. And
Yeah.
I know for a fact that if you renegotiate with the vendors, you can get a better price. Now tell me, what is your renegotiation strategy? What will make them give you a better price?
Yeah, so we can renegotiate, but we have to fix on some particular things, like if we can invest in this branding and packaging for the in the present time, that will like make us more like 10x or 20x in the future, in the long term. So we have to I think from my perspective, we think I think that we have to invest in this present time to get uh, long term benefit out of it. So yeah, so we have to negotiate where we can cut the cost. We will definitely cut those costs, but we have to, from my perspective, I think we think that we have to invest in this present time. So
Hmm. So I'll tell you what's on my mind. I think while you might be qualified because I, of course, chose you, but I don't think you can pull it off in this particular time that you are proposing. You might need some more time, and that will put the company to risk, the project to risk. So it's an initial no for me. Do you have anything to say to convince me otherwise?
why do you think that I don't have enough time? And what particular things do you think that I can't pull it off in time? If you
Well,
Yeah.
because in this particular budget and the documentation, you have mentioned that you will do an in-depth primary research into customers. You will do an A/B testing of certain product designs and packaging designs. I I don't think practically you have enough time to do this given your experience, because a lot of more experienced people have tried similar things at this company and probably failed. I need you to convince that you can do this in this particular time frame.
Yeah, you have mentioned two of the points, and 50% of the work has already been done. I have mentioned it in the first point that I have conducted the surveys. So I think that 50% of the work has already been done, and my team is also very efficient. So I don't think that will be a huge problem to implement some of the ideas
So Fahad,
and do the A/B testing.
let me interject you for a bit, okay? I think you're feeling it as well. You're probably losing the negotiation battle, right? So
Yeah.
যেটা কারণে নাসির pushback করতেছে, I don't think you're winning his mind. But here's where you should ask more questions. Ask more questions where it doesn't sound like you're arguing with him, where it sounds like you're genuinely trying to solve a pain point. So his pain point is, আমার তো একটা branding experiment করবো, ওটাতে risk আছে, cost আছে. So risk cost ase, but then you know where he's gonna say yes. The fact that good branding is important. So ask questions around that. Yeah, sir, my boss. Do you realize that to gain an edge over our competition, that we need to invest in branding? He's obviously gonna say yes, and then try to get another yes answer. Do you believe that sometimes you might need to take small experiments here and there, as long as the cost and risks are well accounted for? We can take this experiment. Can I have a yes on that? Then obviously he's gonna say yes because it's an obvious yes. And then Bobaje, I realize that I'm young. ও যতগুলো বলছে pushback গুলো, I realize that I'm young. I realize that there's a cost assigned to it. I realize there's a risk that we didn't account much for, but then still accounted for. With all that said, this experiment does have merit. This experiment does have value. It needs to be done to make sure that we have a foot in the ground, to make sure our competition, we give a strong response to our competition. Do you agree, boss? And then obviously he's gonna say yes, right? And then তুমি বলবা যে, it's okay. Where can we cut a line in the middle, boss? Like, if I feel like I already have a buy-in from you. We just need to make sure of the details here and there. But do I have a big yes on the idea that we need to move forward with this? Try to get more yeses. The more yeses you get, he's gonna work with you to work on the details, your cost, risk, and everything. But then if you sound like then you're arguing with him, then he's not. He's gonna be harder about it. So can you try again the
On the
sequence?
last question that I had, ওইটার সাথে I gave you a hint of the answer as well. সেটা হচ্ছে যে you are a young blood in the company, and I don't think you'll be able to pull it off in this sort of a time compared to people with more experience, right? ওখানে actually answerটা আমি এখানে দিয়ে দিছিলাম, সেটা হচ্ছে যে since I am a young blood in this company, I will be able to bring forth more clarity, speed, and execution, which
Okay.
Definitely might put these things, or these things can be done much faster. And at this time and age, results are actually brought better by speed, simply because you can test more, right? And I also agree with Tanvir's assessment, or you could say observation, you can ask questions যেগুলো yeses বেশি আনতেছে, right? So যদি আমি bottom line টানি, তাহলে two things. One is, try to find where your strength lies, ঠিক আছে, even though the odds might be stacked against you. আর second হচ্ছে যে try to pull in more yeses. আরেকটা জিনিস বলবো, সেটা হইতেছে যে in this day and age, তুমি দেখবা যে জবে যাইতেছো, যে কোনো কোম্পানিতে যাইতেছো, you as a youngster, you'll be questioned upon your merits and experience, and the best response to it is যে quality and the result is never truly associated with age. What it's associated with is preparation, practice, speed, and execution. Things like these actually matter. If these things are there, results happen. Outcome driven results happen, right? So এইভাবে you can stage your argument.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah, understood.
Something to add, if I could.
Cool.
Also, whenever you're questioning, don't question things that might be like a dry question. For example, when you started, তুমি শুরু করেছিলে, boss, are you busy right now? Then again you question, can I talk to you for something, right? So these questions usually sometimes may lead to a no, right? Then ওখানে conversation শেষ হয়ে যায়. So rather start with something like, boss, I have a very exciting opportunity, a very exciting proposal. Can I share with you right now? So this piques interest from the person you want to pursue right away, right? So dry question na করে, একটু context the question করাটা better, I guess.
Okay. Okay, understood.
Awesome. I hope you learned some stuff today.
Yeah, yeah.
Thank you, Sajid, for pitching in and giving those directions. Awesome. So let's move to scenario D, the $5,000 client. So here, the student pitches a social media marketing service to a client based in the US. The aim of the client is to grow their brand. The aim of the freelancer is to get a deal worth minimum $5,000. Okay. So the client is played by an instructor. The freelancer is played by a student, and vice versa in the next round. Okay. So I think here, um, Sajid, you can perhaps play the role of the client, and as a freelancer, Omi would be a good choice for this, right, Tanvir?
I think Goshal bhai can take a crack at this first, Yate, and then the others can have a try as well.
How about we let two students do this on their own? I think
Sure, ito hai.
karon
Yeah, ito.
ako ni instructor ba first person ko no currently.
Hmm.
Right.
Ito hai.
Yeah, sure. So let's choose.
I think Fahad would be a client or client that already catch course. He already knows the psychology of how clients work.
Okay.
Fahad
So
can be a client. Goshal bhai can be the freelancer here.
okay, right. Ghoshal Bhai can. Okay, go ahead. So Fahad, you're the client, right? So and Ghoshal Bhai, you're the freelancer. So you can start the pitch, Ghoshal Bhai.
হ্যালো, শোনা যাচ্ছে?
Yeah.
Yeah.
তো সিম্পল।
So আমি একটু প্রেমিসটা সেট করি আবার একটু ডিটেইলস দেই যে ক্লায়েন্টের
জি
নাম
ভাইয়া।
হচ্ছে ফাহাদ না, ওর নাম হচ্ছে জেসন. Lives in Texas. Okay, so Jason lives in Texas, and he has a clothing company and clothing e-commerce brand. And Goshal bhai, you are a freelancer from Bangladesh. You are quite good at this marketing thing, and you're selling yourself to. Start with hi, hellos, and how are you doing, and then get into the flow.
আমি হচ্ছে যে ফ্রিল্যান্সার নাকি?
আপনি freelancer, আপনি start করুন যে hi Jason, what's up, how are you doing today and everything.
ওকে, ঠিক আছে। Hey Jason, how are you?
Yeah, I'm doing good. How are you?
I am good too. Thanks for joining the call.
Yeah, you are welcome. So, yeah, tell me about the call. Well, why do you call and why did you pitch me on the call messaging, call email?
I think I called you today to pitch our UGC content for your TikTok. I think our apparel quality is top notch. But I think our Instagram and TikTok are basically dead. There are no view or no customer interaction at this platform.
So, you think my brand is going dead? That's what you were telling.
Obviously, I did a market research. In the research, I seen that your competitor have much more higher engagement than you do. There are by comparison, you told a competitor of yours to me a few weeks ago. So they are growing 20 to 30% more every month comparative with you. But our apparel quality is much more higher than them. But I think because of marketing and proper content distribution, our social media handles are not going that well.
অ্যাকচুয়ালি একটু ইন্টারাপ্ট করি, আপনি তো মার্কেটিংটা সেল করছেন, রাইট? মার্কেটিং
জি জি
সার্ভিসটা,
জি।
বাট ইউ আর টেলিং যে ইউর অ্যাপিয়ারাল কোয়ালিটি ইজ গোয়িং লো, বাট আমি তো আমার
না না, আমি বলতেছি apparel আমার ভালো আছে, কিন্তু হচ্ছে যে আমাদের মার্কেটিংটা ভালো না হওয়ার কারণে আমরা ওরকম ভাবে ট্রাকশন পাচ্ছি না, যেটা আপনার
আমাদের
কম্পিটিটর
নাকি
পাচ্ছে।
আমার, মানে আপনার নাকি
তো
আমার
যেহেতু
আমার
আমি যখন আমার ক্লায়েন্টের সঙ্গে কথা বলি, তো ক্লায়েন্টের বিজনেসটাকে আমি আমার বললে ই করি আর কি, সম্বোধন করি যে আমাদের
আচ্ছা
বিজনেস
আচ্ছা,
এটা।
ওকে
জি।
okay okay, so what do you have to offer for my brand? How can I increase my sales?
I think need to work on uh, to sh- we need to work on the marketing department. We can do some content shoot for our apparel, and we can do some UGC content so that the people buy the product, they make the content themselves, and we have a organic growth to our brand.
Okay, so since you have mentioned the E2C sector, like you are living in Bangladesh and I am living in Texas, so how will that work? If you
I
make the E2C content by your or local people, like Bangladeshi people, how would that impact my sales in living in Texas, living in America?
I think I will make the UGC content based on the people living in America, for who is in your case. So I will need a budget of $5,000. I will distribute the $5,000 to as an example to 100 influencer or more. Okay, so will be small creator, but I think this will help our brand to grow much more higher than if I spent in a one influencer or a one people.
But don't you think that's an obnoxious number, like 100 influencers? Like, so if I count that $50 per hit, so do you think that American influencers work for $50 per head to make a UGC content? And how will you contact those American influencers? What's your plan basically?
I think as an example, I use 100 people. I think we'll be working with 20 to 30 influencer at max. Not influencer, we'll distribute the budget to some people. They are not actually influencer right now. They are wannabe influencer. So they have a brand to work with, and we have some more people to engage with.
But don't you think that uh, the wannabe influencers, how why do you think that that wannabe influencers can bring me sales? So how will that bring me sales? My endpoint is sales, so I want more sales. So will that work? I'm not confident that that will work. So tell
I
me
think
how.
that will work. I work on a project previously with the same scenario like you. I have seen a 20 to 30% higher engagement after the campaign.
Okay, so after making those UGC content, what will you do? Like, is there any plan to run ads on those UGC contents, or what's the plan?
Yes, we will run a campaign naturally. Then we will measure the metrics, or then we will create a report, and we will work on what our customers say about our product, or how they can interact more to our product, or uh, what they missing out as a brand from us compared to other brand they are buying with.
Yeah, so have you done any competitor research of my surroundings? What are they doing, and what can we implement more
Yeah, yes,
to
I
surpass them?
already told you in this meeting that I did a research on your competitor. You already give me some of your competitor list, so
Okay, so guys, let me interject here. Um, can you hear me, Fahad? Roshan,
Yeah,
wait. Okay. So I think Roshan, first you needed to set up the preface in a way that makes your client feel really confident. You need to identify, kind of figure out where your client is at first. ঠিক আছে? So
Okay.
you should open up with questions rather than theories. ঠিক আছে? So let's say if I were the freelancer, at first what I would do is I'd ask Fahad, say, hey Fahad, I have recently got an opportunity to look into your company's social media handles. While you guys are putting in great effort, turns out there could be so much that could be done to 10x the output that you receive and the revenue that you make. Is that something that you'd be interested in? So Fahad, your response now,
Yeah, I'm very interested. Tell me more about it.
right? Because I just knocked on some of the two most important things. One,
Sales.
revenue, money, right? Sales is something that takes everybody's mind, either sales or profit. And second is, I showed the fact that I did some research. I showed the fact, yeah, I went on to your social media profile and did some, got an understanding of where you are. So the follow up will be, okay, so I have a formula in place that worked for a client similar to yours. In fact, I think you guys are an apparel brand based in the US, and we have done a similar project for another apparel brand operating in the US, and they have achieved great and phenomenal results, right? And we would do this using UGC, user generated content marketing. Now, while everybody else is also doing something similar, what makes us unique is our access to very high impact influencers at a very low budget. Number two, we have AI automated workflows that wouldn't even let you touch a keyboard, and it would produce stellar content, stellar captions that the influencers need to speak during their videos. So I think you're still on the same page with me, right, Fahad? This is
Yeah,
something you want. Great. So traditionally, we charge about $10,000 to $15,000 for our clients. Now, I would like to know what is your budget regarding this, because I'll tell you, when you spend more with us, you get much higher quality. Now, what kind of a budget are you comfortable with?
I don't have that much budget for starting. Around 5,000 is good. I can spend up to 5,000. That's the max I can do.
Okay, so what I did here is যে আমি ক্লায়েন্টের মুখ থেকে একটা বাজেট বের করলাম, ঠিক আছে? Now this is something that worked out for me in the past because I ran an agency myself. It was a talent sourcing agency. আমরা বাংলাদেশ থেকে ইউএস মার্কেটে বা ইউরোপ মার্কেটে হচ্ছে টেলি সেলস পিপল দিতাম and legal agents দিতাম। তো যাই হোক, point is যে when we kind of get them to tell us a number, it brings the conversation in a comfortable ground, right? So these are some of the key feedbacks that I want to give. And so I hope, Koshal bhai, you got some idea, right? Once you practice more, you will do even better. You'll keep on improving, right? No one is perfect, but the idea of Speaking Hero is to be able to enable all of you to become expert speakers at whichever field you are. So yeah, Tanvir, you got any feedback? অথবা Sajid, you got any feedback?
আমার ফিডব্যাক থাকবে যে স্ক্রিনে লেখা আছে সব পয়েন্ট গুলো, প্রিন্সিপালস গুলো সেম, যে আন্ডারস্ট্যান্ড দ্য আদার পারসন বিফোর স্পিকিং, রাইট? তাদের গোলটা কি? লাইক Nasir said, it's revenue, it's profits. More sales means more profit. Yeah, more sales means more profits. More profits মানে happier business owner, right? So just start when I don't, let's just start with questions. Like asking questions is so powerful. Even if you forget everything about communication, just ask questions, right? Yeah, hey, how are you doing? That's the first basic question. And then like, how are your sales doing this month? Is that okay? Has it increased from last month? Is that, yeah, it has, or it has not, right? Okay, by what percentage? Like you just ask questions the entire meeting and get a yes, right? It's that easy, because Dawn is just so easy, because question জিনিসটা like there's a because it carries a lot of power in it, like it There's this influencer that I follow on YouTube. Like he's a he's a ex software engineer from Amazon. He was saying like when you ask questions, don't there is no opposition. When you ask questions to the other person, you're essentially in the same boat, asking for the looking for the same answers, right? It's such a this is why it's such a powerful tool because then you're just nullifying the idea of an opposition. You're not negotiating, you're collaborating, right? So that's the power, right? And then you lead with the benefit of the other person and then navigate their nose. Ula ase, but then even if you forget everything else and just take something away from this class today, it's the power of questions. Ask good questions, questions around their want, lead with their benefit of the other, like what they want. So ওইটাই আমার feedback থাকবে আর কি, and you can lead with their want, you can shed light on their want through questions, right? So that would be my feedback.
Yeah. Good one. Okay. So, all right. So I think this speaking challenge is for home task, right?
এটা হোম টাস্ক, হ্যাঁ, বাট আমি আরেকটা রাউন্ড চাইছিলাম অমির, যে দুইটা করে রাউন্ড চাইছিলাম সবার জন্য। অমির মনে হয় একটা হয়েছে।
Acha. Sure. Go ahead, Tanvir. Lead it.
আম, আচ্ছা, অমি আছে, তার কি তো নাই মনে হয় না, বাকি শুধু অমি আছে।
Hmm.
আচ্ছা, অমি and Sajid can go, I think.
Okay.
Sajid is there.
Yeah, sure.
You are there? Okay. So Sajid will play the role of the client, Naki. And
Yeah, Sajid the client and then Omi the freelancer.
okay. Ami, you can.
Omi, again,
Okay.
feedback for you. If you're not sure about marketing or anything, I know you're not a marketer. The power is this. This is your moment where you learn speaking, right? Like you can
Hmm.
speak on any topic. Questions. Ask questions. How is your business
Okay.
doing? Literally, how is your business doing? How do you
Okay.
market right now? Right? Like you don't, even if you
Okay.
don't know anything, you can still carry the conversation along. That's the whole point of this exercise, right? Okay, go.
Okay. Um. Hello, Sajid. How are you?
Hello, Omi. How's it going? I'm doing well.
Yeah. I'm doing well. Too. So, how your business working?
Business is going really well, actually. We are penetrating the local market as much as we want, and I feel like it's time for the next step to go to the other sectors as well.
Okay. So, do you think that your sales are going good?
Sales are going good, but there's always room for improvement. Do you have anything in mind?
Yeah, I have a marketing plan that will help to boost your sales in like 5x. So I just want to help in your company.
That sounds very promising. Can you tell me a bit more about you? Like, what do you guys do? What gives you the reassurance that you're gonna 5x my sale?
Okay, so I have a group of influencers. So we have a network of influencers. So they just make videos and reels on Instagram and Facebook. So by that, a network of influencer, I think we can make different contents, and that will boost yourself.
I see. But don't you think influencer are a bit outdated and rather overshadowed by the amount of AI content right now going on? Why do you think your strategy
Uh,
would work?
yes, you are right that now the situation is changing and AI is replacing a lot of things. But the main thing is, I think if we use influencer, it will look very realistic, and the people will engage so much in this content. So it will be beneficial for your company to boost sales.
Yeah, you're right. People want a personal touch. AI is becoming
Yes,
very generic. So,
yes,
but my company is based in the US. I'm sure you know, and I understand that you're from Bangladesh. So, how do you think
yes.
you can accommodate to the culture here, the sales culture here?
Okay, all right. So I have recently completed another project previously. So that was in also in USA. I think it is in Los Angeles. So uh, my team has successfully completed that project, and we have really boost their sales so much. And I think from that experience, we can use that experience in your company too.
I see. That's really reassuring. So I think we can do business, but let's talk of numbers. What do you reckon? Do you have
Okay.
a budget, Rehan?
So, as I have told you earlier, so I have a networks of influencers. So I think there are 25 to 30 influencers. So to pay them well and to run this marketing project successfully, so I need $5,000 dollar for this project.
5,000. That seems a bit steep.
Uh,
Why are you asking for such a high price when your competitors are offering lower prices? What's so special about you?
As I have told you earlier, so the I have that group of influencers, so they're also experienced and they have and good amounts of followers, and they are also like expert in this field. So I think to run this project successfully, we need quality content so that it can boost your sales, and that's why I need $5,000 for this project.
I see. Well, Omi, thank you for the conversation. I think we'll circle back and talk more about it in the next call.
Okay, okay, boss. It's nice to meet you. So I hope we'll be working in this project in future.
Hopefully. All right.
All right, good attempt, Omi. Um, Sajid, you can start with giving him feedback.
So I think whenever you're speaking, I guess this will not work right away. Once you keep on talking, I think you need to have a lot more expression in your speech as well. Like most of the time when you're speaking with me, if you notice, I used a bit of expression. Sometimes I modulated my voice. Let's say when you wanted to propose the budget, right? I was like a bit high pitched, like at the budget canon. Most of your speech throughout the whole was very monotonous. Okay, so try to add a bit more expression. Try to smile a little. I think that helps a lot. Smiling is like half of the negotiation, honestly. So try to do that as well. And in terms of getting the negotiation part, I think he did pretty well, especially when it came to selling the strong points. For example, the AI versus the thing that I wanted to talk about. ওইখানে you caught the point, but you needed to elaborate a bit more. যে আমরা একটা personal touch দিতে চাই. People, whenever someone asks you this versus this topic, right? So try to address the problem of the topic. For example, AI is very generic, and the other thing we're using personal touch, and people really prefer personal touch, right? So these sort of things you can add on better, I think.
Makes sense. And yeah, you need more emotion in your voice. You need to be able to speak in a way that gives confidence to people, that makes people feel like being in the conversation. ঠিক আছে? So what I
Right.
mean by is, let's say if I am asking Sajid, who is a client, a certain question about, let's say, what kind of marketing are they doing right now, and what do they want to achieve, right, in the future. So the way I'd ask is, hey Sajid, I've seen a lot of type of content going on around in your social media platforms, but I'd like to know what kind of marketing initiatives you're taking right now, what you want to evolve with, and where do you see yourself in the next 5 years, right? So if I were to summarize this for you, when I'm asking these questions, I'm trying to put in emotions, right? এক একটা কোয়েশ্চেনের কিন্তু এক একটা ইমোশন ছিল, then what it does is it helps the person, মানে the listener's mind, to kind of organize your questions in a way the first এটা ছিল second এটা ছিল third এটা ছিল, and the emotion also kind of make the listener want to give you a response, right? If it's really flat মানে পুরা তুমি যখন যেটাই বলতেছো একটা টোনেই বলতেছো তখন it's not as enticing, it's not memorable, মনে থাকবে না, right? That is another feedback. And third, the most important feedback is তোমার filler words সরায় ফেলতে হবে, দরকার হলে you take more time, you take more pauses, and then say what you want to say, right? Use shorter phrases if necessary, and deliver only what you need to deliver, no more than that, no less than that. তাহলে যেটা হবে এই যে এখন আমি কিন্তু এক্স্যাক্টলি এইভাবেই কথা বলতেছি যাতে I don't overcommit in terms of word usage. Word efficiency could be important when you're learning the fundamentals of speaking. So yeah, these are my three top feedbacks for you. Are you on
Okay, ভাইয়া।
something?
Sorry. Right. I don't have much to add. What Nasir and Sajid said about intonations, right? Varying your tone is super important, right? Because if you don't add a bit of expression, you sound like AI in a human body, which is worse, to be honest, right? I mean, like be human, be more human, right? Make Uh, so that would be, I think, the most important feedback. And then I think you're gonna have to use a variety of vocabulary when you're trying to explain more situations. I think you struggled a bit when you were talking about influencers being used for authenticity. You could have used that word, authenticity, right? To be more, for the campaigns to be more authentic. In the age of AI, where everything is flooded by, inundated with content that's AI generated, there's a lack of trust in the digital space when it comes to content. So content produced by human influencers would create that trust, would create authenticity, right? So এইভাবে করে you could have said that, but it's fine. The more practice, I think it's a very nice segue for the importance of speaking challenges on our platform. এই যে এই practice session গুলো হয় where you're not doing that well as much as you could have, এই যে ল্যাগিংসটা এটা পূরণ করার জন্য কিন্তু আমার স্পিকিং চ্যালেঞ্জ, right? There are speaking challenges on the platform to improve your pronunciation, to improve your fluency, to improve on your grammatical range, to improve on your এটা কি lexical মানে vocabulary, right? চারটা ডিফারেন্ট ক্রাইটেরিয়া আইএলটিএস যেভাবে মার্ক করে, এটার জন্য কিন্তু আমার স্পিকিং চ্যালেঞ্জ কিন্তু দেই। এখন কিন্তু স্পিকিং চ্যালেঞ্জ বানানো আছে অলরেডি প্ল্যাটফর্মে, বাট তোমরা হচ্ছে স্পিকিং চ্যালেঞ্জ গুলো আই থিঙ্ক আমরাও হয়তো বেশি বলতেছি না হয়তো as much as we should be যে এগুলা করতে, because if you don't complete the challenges then ক্লাসের প্র্যাকটিস তো বেশি হয় না, to be honest, right? You just like speaking for like let's say 10-15 minutes, আজকে একটু বেশি বলছো, এর আগে তো আরো কম বলছো, তাহলে প্র্যাকটিসটা কোথায় চলে? Speaking challenge গুলোতে, when you're given topics to talk about, prompts to talk about, and when you work on those challenges daily, then you have a noticeable, remarkable improvement in your speaking, and you feel it. It's palpable, right? Amijidi,
Right.
if everyone gives me the opportunity to show me the platform, to show you the platform, আমি একটু দেখাই, আমি যে একটু ঢুকি আমার ল্যাপটপ থেকে ঢুকে দেখাই ফেলবো প্ল্যাটফর্মটা. I think for the new guests who are here today, they would be curious to know what the speaking challenges are about. Um, okay, so এখানে হচ্ছে যে that's it. To join কেন বলতেছি?
Are you talking about the speaking challenge, 28, challenge 28?
Yeah, আমি যে এটা ইয়ে করে দিছি, আপ করে দিছি। তো এখানে যে কি বলে গুগল মিটের ওয়েটিং এরিয়াতে কি আরেকটা অ্যাকাউন্ট দেখাচ্ছে?
দেখি তো। Yeah, one guest touch.
ঢুকে ওকে ওকে,
আমার কিন্তু শেয়ার হচ্ছে ভালো।
হ্যাঁ তোমার স্ক্রিনও দেখাতে পারবা। ট্রু 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 True.
প্ল্যাটফর্মে নিয়ে যেতে চাচ্ছ?
হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ, প্ল্যাটফর্মে ওই যে দিতে চাচ্ছিলাম।
আচ্ছা,
আমি দেখাই দিব স্ক্রিনে নাকি তুমি দেখাবো?
হ্যাঁ,
কারণ তোমার অ্যাকাউন্টে কিন্তু তোমার অ্যাডমিন না আর কি, এই জন্য তুমি প্যারা খাবো আর কি এখন দেখাইতে।
ওকে ওকে।
আমি আমার স্ক্রিনটা দেখাই এই জন্য একটু, হ্যাঁ, আমার ওই পার্সোনাল জিমেল যেটা ওইটার অ্যাডমিন করা আর কি।
না, মিটিং এ।
ওকে, আই থিঙ্ক স্ক্রিন দেখা যাচ্ছে।
ব্রো তুমি হচ্ছে এটা দেখাও, আর আমি একটু ড্রপ আউট, নামাজ অলমোস্ট শেষ হয়ে যেতেছে, আর কয়েকটা রাখার যদি পাই। সো
ওকে ওকে, ঠিক আছে
you,
ঠিক
you
আছে।
continue. Okay, guys, Allah Hafiz. I'll see you inshallah in the next class. Sajid, thank you so much. Roshal Bhai, Fahad, Omi, Allah Hafiz. Take care.
আল্লাহ হাফেজ ভাইয়া।
আল্লাহ হাফেজ
আল্লাহ
bro.
হাফিজ ভাই।
So I'll take just 5 minutes to show you the platform. তো এটা হচ্ছে যে আমাদের হিরো পোর্টাল আর কি। হিরো পোর্টালটা কি? Essentially you are the hero and this is your portal, and this is where you can collect your points for participating in classes and completing the speaking challenges that we have for you in the program. এখানে স্পিকিং ব্যান্ডটাও দেখায়, as you can see. Again, this is a test account. It's my test account. This is not a real representation of the year, but it gives you a very good idea. But I can also give you an admin view. I mean, so এখানে স্পিকিং চ্যালেঞ্জে এই যে your progresses speaking challenge just click করলে এখানে you'll see all the challenges that we have on the platform. So there are right now around 16, 17 speaking challenges created so far. So আমাদের batch 1 students I think 6 পর্যন্ত করছে, and then you guys did challenge 11, and then you did challenge 15 করা হয়েছে I think একজন করছে, বাকিরা I think অনেক challenges বাকি আছে করা, and they work on different aspects of your speaking. So let's say some challenges focus on pronunciation, some challenges focus on your lexical influency, some challenges work on your grammar, right? So they work on different minute aspects of your speaking. So আজকের চ্যালেঞ্জটা কি? It is a phone call role play. All right, so this is you're gonna have to call a hotel as a client, and you yourself have to play two roles, right? So তুমি নিজে হচ্ছে যে the client, and then নিজে হচ্ছে আবার hotel manager. So I have even given a demo here, so you can play the demo here. এই ল্যাপটপ থেকে play হইলে তো শোনা যাবে না, শোনা যাইতেও পারে, not sure. But this is the, I don't know if you can hear. This is the this is This is the audio demo. I think audio demo টা শোনা যাচ্ছে না, but you get the point. Sorry. echo হচ্ছে যে, so এটা হচ্ছে যে ডেমোটা এখানে আছে, তো এখানে আমি ডেমনস্ট্রেট করতেছি কিভাবে চ্যালেঞ্জটা শেষ করতে হবে। Then you try to do the same. Then upload your recording here. So if you start recording here, let's say আমি as a student I can start recording and talking কথা বলছি okay, stop recording. Then এই যে রেকর্ডিংটা হয়ে গেল, then you can submit your attempt 1. Okay, click submit. Then এই যে attempt 1 submitted successfully, and then the admin, which is in this case is me, I will be able to see your submissions and then review them on your platform. Review করার পর আচ্ছা, তো সাবমিশন একটা গেল, then you can submit another attempt. Let's say attempt 2. By attempt 1 টা এসে যে বাজে একটা রেকর্ডিং ছিল, ভুলে চাপ পড়ে গেছে বা whatever, you can start recording again. You start recording again. This is a reattempt. Recording. Stop recording. Then you submit attempt 1, and then it's a resubmission. আগেরটা overwrite হয়ে যাবে. Okay, so this is how you submit. একটা submit করলেই হবে, যে attempt 2 submit করার দরকার নেই। attempt 2 যদি কারো মনে হয় যে না আমি এই চ্যালেঞ্জটা আবার করতে চাই, I want to submit again, you can do it attempt 2. Then what will happen is the admins will work on your will give feedback on your challenges. Feedback গুলো কোথায় আসবে? এখানে চলে আসবে। এই যে এখানে এসেছে, চলে আসতেছে। So আমি অ্যাডমিন ভিউটা দেখাই একটু সবাইকে। অ্যাডমিন ভিউটা আমার, you won't get to see, but কি বলে, it will be interesting to see what the other students see. আমি কয়েকজন স্টুডেন্টের এই ফিডব্যাকটা বেশি ইলাবোরেট আর কি, আমি একটু দেখাই কিরকম কি জিনিস ফিডব্যাক দেওয়া যায়। সো এখানে আমি আমাদের টপ পারফর্মার যে তাসফিয়ার এটা দেখাই। Tashfir portal to যাই, I have an admin view of her portal. So she has the highest points in the class. 950 points. She has participated in almost all classes except for one. She submitted a lot of challenges. On time দিলে আবার কিছু points আছে, yeah, so we get the point. So our average band score around 6. So ওই যে ওর যতগুলো চ্যালেঞ্জ কাজ করছে, একটা চ্যালেঞ্জ রিসাবমিট করতে হবে because it did not follow the instructions. আর বাকিগুলো হচ্ছে যে ওর ফিডব্যাক গুলো ইউ ক্যান সি দেওয়া আছে এখানে। এখানে হচ্ছে যে ওর একটা চ্যালেঞ্জ যদি দেখি যে ইন্ট্রোডাকশনস দিতে হইতো, ফর্মাল ইন্ট্রোডাকশনস, এখানে ওর ফিডব্যাকটা কি ছিল এটা দেখাচ্ছে। তার প্রতিটা অ্যাসপেক্টে মার্ক করা হয়েছে থাকে, লেক্সিক্যাল, গ্রামার, ফ্লুয়েন্সি, প্রোনাউন্সিয়েশন, রাইট? সো এখানে হচ্ছে যে you can get an idea of where you need more improvement, where you need more work. এখানে তার পেস কেমন ছিল, ওয়ার্ডস পার মিনিট, নাকি বেশি তাড়াতাড়ি কথা বলতেছে নাকি বেশি আস্তে কথা বলতেছে, ফিলার ওয়ার্ডস কয়টা ছিল, কিছু কিছু মানুষের ফিলার ওয়ার্ড বেশি ছিল। ফাহাদ, ইফ ইউ চেক ইউর ফিডব্যাক, তুমি দেখবে ফিলার ওয়ার্ডস একটাতে বেশি আসছিল।
Yes, ভাই।
গ্রামাটিক্যাল এরর্স গুলা কি কি এটা পয়েন্ট আউট করে দেয় এখানে। ল্যাঙ্গুয়েজ ইমপ্রুভমেন্ট সাজেশনস গুলো এখানে আসে। It's just a very early start. I am working to provide even more feedback on each of your challenges, right? So এটা কিন্তু একটা চ্যালেঞ্জ, then you have over 30 challenges on the platform. এখনো নাই, এখন আছে 16-17টা আছে, but we plan to add 100 স্পিকিং চ্যালেঞ্জেস। আপনি জয়টা খুশি স্পিকিং চ্যালেঞ্জ করেন, ততটাই ফিডব্যাক দেওয়ার চেষ্টা করবো, রাইট? এআই এর সাপোর্ট দিয়ে কিন্তু এখন অনেক কিছু করা যায়। So this is like an early test version of what can be possible on our platform, স্পিকিং হিরোতে, and then এখানে রিটেন ফিডব্যাক আছে। So এগুলো যত বেশি করতে থাকবেন আপনারা সবাই, তত you will do better on these classes. এই যে এই ক্লাসগুলোতে you will see a marked improvement. আপনার fluency better, pronunciation better, lexical, vocabulary better, fluency better, right? So this is the Speaking Hero program in a nutshell, essentially. So আমি কি বলে নাসির চলে গেছে, বাট এই ক্লাসটা যদি আপনারা আবার ভিউ করতে চান, এটা আপনাদের কোথায় আছে? এটা হচ্ছে আপনার হিরো পোর্টালে যাবেন, হিরো পোর্টালে ক্লাসেস যাবেন, লাইভ ক্লাসেস। This PDF has already been uploaded. Persuasion, right? If you click here, এখানে কি লেকচার স্লাইডস তো আসার কথা, লেকচার স্লাইডস এখানে চলে আসবে। যেমন আগের ক্লাসগুলোতে লেকচার স্লাইডস কিন্তু যেভাবে পিডিএফ এ দেখা যায়, পিডিএফটাতে you can click next. You can view the previous material. এখানে আমরা সবাইকে ওই ক্লাস রেকর্ডিং এ দিয়ে দিচ্ছি হোয়াটসঅ্যাপে, ক্লাস রেকর্ডিং গুলো আপনারা দেখতে পারবেন if you want. ক্লাস রেকর্ডিং এখানে লিঙ্কটা এখানে দেওয়া হয় নাই, but you get the point. ক্লাস রেকর্ডিং এর অ্যাক্সেস আছে। So this is Speaking Hero ইয়েটা ডেমনস্ট্রেশন ডেমোটা আর কি আমাদের হিরো পোর্টালে। So কারো যদি কোয়েশ্চেন থাকে on anything covered in today's class, this is the time. Any questions, I'll answer. Questions,
after the
questions?
course ends, মানে
Yeah.
কোর্স তো শেষ হয়ে যাবে কয়েকদিন পরে, মানে আর 2টা মনে ক্লাস আছে। সো এরপরে হচ্ছে হাউ আর উই, মানে কিভাবে আমরা কানেক্টেড থাকবো?
এরপরে I'm planning to do, let's say I'm obviously will invite you to keep doing these classes, right? So যেটা হবে যে if you want to get more 10 classes, the price will be significantly less. Like প্রথমত you paid like 5,000, right? Out of 8,000 on a discounted fee, so it'll be even less expensive for the entire 10 class and speaking challenge thing, because you are already an existing member of the platform. Because যেটা হবে যে once you keep on practicing, the better you'll get. And you've seen the quality of the instructions here. It's pretty high, it's pretty top notch. So the more practice you do with us, who already speak like a native speaker, at least very close to a native speaker, it'll rapidly help you become a better speaker as well. So that's the goal of this program. And Sajid is a perfect band 9 speaker as well. If he takes the test today, he'll get a 9 as well. So we're trying to add more speakers like us, who are not just fluent, like who comes with real life experience, where we won in different situations with our speaking abilities. So this is the ability that we want to transfer to you guys, right? In these classes. So আজকে যে ক্লাসটা হলো না, একদম প্র্যাকটিস বেশি হয়েছে, এরকম ক্লাসগুলো একটু বেশি বেশি করবো। আগের ক্লাসগুলো একটু আমার মনে হচ্ছে যে আমরা একটু গ্রামার, একটু বেসিক্স কি বলে লেকচার বেশি হয়ে গেছে না, ফাহাদ কি মনে করো? লেকচার একটু
হুম,
বেশি ছিল নাকি?
জি, ইয়েস, এক্স্যাক্টলি।
হ্যাঁ, so পরের ক্লাসগুলো আরো 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 হার্ড কোর প্র্যাকটিস থাকবে কি এরকমই বুঝছো? কারণ গ্রামার টামার এগুলো তো অন্যরা অনেকই করে, কিন্তু প্র্যাকটিসটা কিন্তু বেশি হয় না। সো দিস ইজ হোয়াট উই ওয়ান্ট টু সলভ, বুঝছো? সো এইভাবে কানেক্টেড থাকবে আর কি। এরপর আমরা what we're trying to do, Sajid and I were Sajid is working with us on this as well. In person activation গুলো কেমনে করবো? We want to do some in person stuff, like some competition stuff, presentation নিয়ে, এরপর যে debates, এরপর যে group discussions, and then এই যে এই জিনিসগুলো আর কি, কিভাবে competition create করা যায়, like light hearted competition. It does not need to be very fierce. হ্যাঁ, সেগুলো চিন্তা ভাবনা করছি, like how do we add more um, practice time essentially in different ways, not in just classes. So speaking challenge is one way, classes one way, আরো নতুন নতুন ওয়ে বের করবো আর কি, বুঝছো? um, সেভাবে করে তখন যেটা হবে যে it's gonna become a home brand. Everyone's gonna want to hire from Speaking Hero graduatesদেরকে হায়ার করবে, বুঝছো? যে না, এখানের মানুষরা কমিউনিকেশন এতই ভালো যে এখানে চাকরি দিলে ভালোই হবে এখানে একটা কাউকে। So that's kind of like goal. Sure, দেখা যাক কই যায়। With your support we can go very far. So yeah, that was your question. Hopefully that answers it.
ইয়েস,
Um,
ইয়েস।
okay, ঠিক আছে। Omi, any question? আমার চার্জও তো অনেক কম। Excuse me guys, my lights will go off. হ্যাঁ, Omi?
No question, Bhaiya. I'm just listening.
I think we can hear from the newcomers, or
Yes.
how do you guys enjoy the class? Was it okay? কোনো feedback থাকলে বসাল ভাই, তোমার আপু।
ঠিক আছে ভাইয়া, ভালোই।
It was good.
কোন
I have a
পার্টটা ভালো লাগছে?
question.
Yeah, Humayra, please. Question, yeah.
Okay, so this is the 8th class, right? I think আপনাদের total 10টা class হয়. So let's say we are joining, তো আমরা কি next batch থেকে join করবো এরকমটা নাকি
So
will
কোনো batch থাকবে না তো, so
generate
batch থাকবে না, you'll get 10 classes but you can choose which class to participate. So আমরা উইকের রোস্টার দিয়ে দিব যে কোন দিনে কোন ক্লাসটা হবে, রাইট? So এখন যেমন আমরা উইকে দুই দিনের ক্লাস নেই, it's gonna increase to let's say উইকে 3 দিন ক্লাস হবে. So you will choose what class you want to participate on. That's the idea that we're working on. এখনো কনফার্ম না, বাট এটা হচ্ছে যে আমার প্ল্যান। কারণ যেটা হচ্ছিল যে ব্যাচ ফিল করতে একটা টাইম যায়, এই যে একটা ব্যাচ কমপ্লিট হবে 8 জন 10 জন হবে এরপর শুরু করবো, ওইটা দেখা যায় যে একটা ল্যাগ থাকে একটা। আর এই ক্লাসগুলো যেটা, এটা প্রোগ্রেশনের কোনো আইডিয়া নেই, এটা সবগুলা ক্লাসের প্র্যাকটিস টাইম অনেক বেশি। হয়তো প্রথম 10-15 মিনিট, যেমন আজকে প্রথম 10-15 মিনিট লেকচার ছিল ওইটাই, এন্ড দেন বাকি রেস্ট অফ দ্য ক্লাস ইজ অল অ্যাবাউট প্র্যাকটিস, রাইট? এন্ড প্র্যাকটিসটা এমন না যে একটা প্র্যাকটিস আরেকটা ক্লাসের সাথে কানেক্টেড, এরকম কিছু না। Every class has its own unique element of practice, right, for different situation. So does that answer your question?
এখন ধরেন নেক্সট উইকে কেউ জয়েন করছে, আজকে যেমন আমি নেগোসিয়েশনের ক্লাসটা পেলাম, সে কিন্তু ওই লাইভ ইন্টারাকশনটা পাচ্ছে না অন নেগোসিয়েশন। সো
So আজকে negotiation, I mean, sure, the title of the class was negotiation, but অনেকগুলো conversation এ কিন্তু element same থাকে. Like you need to know how to ask questions, right? You need to know how to um you need to know how to state your goal of the conversation. যে what do you want, right? এটা কিন্তু অনেক দিক দিয়ে সেম থাকে। যেমন introductions এর যে ক্লাসটা, ওখানে কিন্তু আপনার negotiation most likely না, but then you still need to ask questions, right? To get to know somebody else. So elements অনেক সেম থাকে। আর আমরা যেটা করবো যে আপনি যেখানেই জয়েন করেন না কেন, you will always get the classes that you didn't get yet, but sequence to different থাকবে। Does it make sense?
আচ্ছা, ওকে, বুঝছি।
মানে সিকোয়েন্সটা আপনার অন্য স্টুডেন্টের সাথে মিলবে না, সিকোয়েন্সটা ডিফারেন্ট হবে, বাট ইউ উইল গেট 10 classes and those same 10 classes. So এটা হচ্ছে যে আমাদের গোল আর কি। আর হ্যাঁ, আরেকটা যেটা ওই যে জাস্ট ফলো আপ যদি আমি রিটারেট করি, ফাহাদ যেটা বলছিল যে প্রোগ্রাম শেষ হয়ে গেলে কি করবো। প্রোগ্রাম শেষ হয়ে গেলে যারা ফুল টাকা পে করছে তাদের জন্য হচ্ছে যে সিগনিফিকেন্ট ডিসকাউন্টে দে ক্যান ডু দ্য হোল থিং এগেন। সো দ্যাটস হোয়াট উই আর প্ল্যানিং। এখনো কনফার্ম না এটা, বাট দ্যাটস সামথিং উই ওয়ান্ট টু ডু, so that you know it becomes easy for you to come back again and practice with us, because practice যত করবেন ততই ভালো হবে আপনার স্পিকিং। That's something that we all believe in, right? এটা actually. Any more questions? What part of the class did you like? Can you share some more feedback? হুমায়রা আপু?
ওভারঅল সবকিছু মিলে ভালো লাগছে ভাইয়া, অ্যান্ড আই এম থিঙ্কিং যে কবে থেকে জয়েন করা যায়।
Okay. Okay. Any feedback where we could improve?
আই গেস আমি আরো কয়েকটা ক্লাসেস করলে বলতে পারবো। আজকেরটা ওয়াজ প্রিটি গুড। আই লাইক হাউ আপনারা হচ্ছে মানে আমি দেখলাম যে আপনি হচ্ছে চাচ্ছিলেন যে যাতে স্টুডেন্টরা বোথ এন্ড থেকেই রোল প্লে করতে পারে,
হুম।
questions and as well as being the student or being the freelancer.
হুম। এটা মনে হচ্ছে যে না, it could help you in your real life.
Right.
Okay. Awesome. Goshal bhai, how did you any thoughts on today's
ভালোই
class?
ছিল ভাই, ওভারঅল সবকিছু মিলে আমার ভালো লাগছে যে একটা জিনিস যে আমরা ওই যে কথা বলার যে ইটা আর কি সিনারি এগুলো ভালো লাগছে, যে আমরা একদম ডাইরেক্ট একদম হার্ড যে রুল গুলো গ্রামারের ওগুলো না করে আপাতত আগে কথা বলাটা আমরা ফ্লুয়েন্ট ভাবে শিখতেছি, তারপরে দেখা যায় ওটা মেবি পরে ইমপ্রুভ করা যাবে।
পরে ডেফিনেটলি ইমপ্রুভ করা যাবে। এক্স্যাক্টলি, আমার প্রথম দেখছি যে গ্রামারটা আমার পড়ে না, মানুষজন টায়ার্ড হয়ে যায়। দায়ের আগে এটা আসবে, দায়ের পরে এটা হবে, ভাই come on, give me a break. Learn how to speak first, right? So like okay, thank you bhai, thank you for your support guys. I know you know it was a weekend, you still took the time out today to be on to this class, even if it's free. Appreciate it. Hopefully you turn into actual students in our program, and hopefully get
ওকে,
to see you in the
জি
future.
ভাইয়া।
Awesome. Awesome. এরকম সাজিদের মতো আরো জোস পোলাপা আমাদের এখানে আসবে। Amazing people, amazing speakers in their own regard. Um, to tell you a little bit about Sajid here, Sajid is a graduate from IUT. He's a software engineer. He's a lecturer at UIU. He's a debating champion. He's a public speaking champion. You know, an excellent guy. And he's been very willing right from the start to help the students in this platform. So I couldn't be more grateful that he's here. And এরকম আরো অনেকজন আছে। Like you'd be amazed. Amazed to know what kind of people like want to be on this platform to speak with you, right? And they're all doing amazing, like in terms of income, in terms of career, and you know, loads of experience to share with you guys. So that's what I'm trying to do as the co-founder of this company. So yeah, won't make this any longer. Thank you guys, and I hope you pass a wonderful Ramadan this season. And yeah, with that, I would like to end. Unless Sajid has any concluding remarks.
I just have one thing. I'm a bit biased in this, and I usually do this when we're talking about this sort of stuff. Art of persuasion, যেহেতু এটা আমরা অনেক শিখলাম আজকে, right? I think reading books about people's mentality, how they work, it's very super important here because it হয়তো ইংলিশে help করবে, but more in your real life. So I'll just একটা suggestion or recommendation দিয়ে শেষ করতে চাই. It's one of my favorite book. আপনারা যদি সময় পান দেখতে পারেন. It's called Predictably Rational. Okay. Predictably Rational. If you get the book, there are online copies of it. I highly recommend that you read it. So it talks about how, as human being, আমরা হচ্ছে অনেক irrational জিনিস করি, which is very predictable. There are lots of amazing scenarios. So বইটা অনেক মজার in the sense যে এটা randomly knowledge দেয় না. Rather, it's a researcher, একটা ইউনিভার্সিটি একটা রিসার্চার, সে হচ্ছে এক্সপেরিমেন্ট করে হিউম্যান নিয়ে যে এই সিনারিওতে রাখলে হিউম্যানরা কিভাবে বিহেভ করবে। I think that's very interesting to read and also tells you a lot about what people think. Anyways, Tanvir bhai, thank you for your kind word as always.
No books. Thank you for bringing up books because I love books. Negotiation এর পর আরেকটা জোস বই আছে, ক্রিস ভসের Never Split the Difference.
Never split the difference.
হ্যাঁ, এই বইটা I think তুই জানিস। Chris Voss is an FBI investigator, real life investigator. He investigated he interrogated ছিল আর কি. He interrogated criminals and terrorists and you know, you name it. So ওর একটা বই আছে Never Split the Difference. I think এই দুইটা বই you guys can you know, read them essentially.
Okay.
All right.
Anyways, thank you everyone.
Thank
Hopefully
you.
আরো কথা হবে, দেখা হবে.
Goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye.
Have a great rest of the day. Good
Goodbye.
night. Bye bye. Bye.